Hello everyone, Strikoder here. In this episode, we're gonna solve an easy Windows machine on HackTheBox called MonitorsFour. In this episode, we're gonna exploit a web application called Cacti, which is vulnerable to CVE 2025. And then for privilege escalation, we're gonna exploit Docker, a specific version, which is vulnerable to CVE 2025 as well. Without any further ado, let's get started. First of all, let me get the IB. Then export all. IB is equal to this IB. Export all just uses export on all Tmux panes. If you are interested to see my scripts, you can go to my GitHub account, Offensive Security, and in here you're gonna see the export all. Then I'm going to run Nmap. I usually run Nmap like this, and we immediately see port 80. So let's hurry up and run this. We see MonitorsFour.HackTheBox. Add host, you can see that on GitHub as well. And I will add this IB. And after the IB is added, we can now check the web application. We see some deprecated issues. Kinda few deprecation and warnings. So I would start with the source code and I will look for version or for question mark if there are any parameters that I can utilize. There is none. We see login, we can run ffuf, but in here I'm going to type MonitorsFour. Actually, I'm going to copy paste that. So on, so good. And we can run wfuzz. You can run ffuf as well, but I prefer wfuzz for hostname enumeration. I'm going to copy paste MonitorsFour, and we see a lot of 302. I'm going to hide width of 9. Here we are finished. We have WinRM. We can use Grid Spray. It's a tool that I use as well. Grid Spray. This is not my link, not my tool. Here is it. Actually, we can use just NXC because Grid Spray is a bash wrapper around NXC for spraying all the open ports. But in our case, we have only WinRM. We're not gonna spray that for now unless we had some credentials. So here we see contact, we see user, we see login. So we know that login exists. Let's start with login. We can fire burp suite, and I'm going to run this just in case to check the headers as well as to try the basic stuff on the login form, maybe some few SQL injections and or command injection or IDOR maybe, or any bypass login bypass method. So I'm going to switch port 8080 to 8081 because I almost always have Bloodhound running in background. And let's run this. So we see a login page with a PHP session ID. We get the PHP powered by. We can either Google, let me turn off, PHP powered by, or I'm going to check my notes. So strikoder.com, and in the OSCP Notion notes, and in the AppSec, Programming languages, PHP does it. Nah. So here 333. Actually, we can try and see if it's variable to that. But I tried almost all the vulnerabilities and searched online when I was solving the machine, so nothing came up. And we can try with admin, sign in, see if we can try with, so we see found, which is a little bit hard to brute force, and we see 200 okay. Actually, what is the message that we get? So we need to make the follow redirection and check for invalid credentials. That makes things more harder to brute force. However, that's not our way in. We can try forget password and see if we entered an email, strikoder@gmail.com. We see if we can maybe get something. We see the forget password. Let's follow the redirection. There is nothing interesting. We see contact, static, user, login, and let's see the wfuzz. We see Cacti. So for now, I'm going to continue with the pages. We see static. We see user. Missing token parameter. In that case, I'm going to use burp. And by using burp, let's try and send that. We see missing token parameter. So they are telling us there is a parameter called token. And let's see, is it equal to something? Invalid or missing token. Okay, we can now enumerate based on the error message or maybe the size. Let's see, maybe is it a Windows or a Linux machine? So it's 127, which is a Windows machine, but it's running Nginx, so we need the etc passwords. We can try and check. Still not running. Actually, let me send that to Turbo Intruder and copy this, paste this in here. For the substitute, I'm going to paste that in here, and we can try LFI Linux, and let's try and run this. We get the same length, the same status, almost identical, so I'm going just to configure that, and I'm going to add a new word list. Let me configure that with number 3. I'm going to comment this, and the word list that I will search for, let me see, user share word lists. Do I have sec list? Yeah. So sec lists, then fuzzing. We have a lot of stuff. Case extra. Actually, let me get this. So I usually use this whenever we have a parameter and we want to test something called PHP type juggling. I'm going to leave that in the comment section, don't worry, or to be more precise, in the description. So let's now run this and let's see. Based on the length, this has the largest one and we see a lot of stuff. I'm going to take them, them creds.txt. I'm going to save this for now. We can use jQuery. What we have as well, we see login, we see views and controllers, and forget password. Did we actually try to contact? We see include bad. Actually, whenever I see such a warning, I almost immediately think about LFI. We can run Nuclei, if I may pronounce that correctly, on this, and we have the Cacti. So add host, then Cacti MonitorsFour, and now we can visit Cacti. Do I? No, I don't. And we see a version. We can enumerate that. I'm going to open a new page in here. Exploit. So we see an SMB injection. We see CVE 2025, 2024, 2025 again with 22604. So I tried a couple of CVEs, and the most recent when I was doing the machine, and the one that worked with me was 24367, the one that AI Overview recommends. So I'm going to take this and copy paste it, and here we see a high variability, and it explains and showing us the BOC. So it's in the graph template. Can we actually reach that, or we need to sign in? So we need to sign in. Let's get back into here. Here is the contact. Let's see, we see an .env variable, which is cool. .env, and we see MariaDB with user and password. I'm going to take these and paste them into the grids as well. So after I tried this pass with this user, and after I tried all of these, or actually let's take them. So JQ, I'm going to start with it should be creds.json, dot pass credits.json. Is it? Let's jq credits.json. So I need the password, not the pass. And here are all the MD5 hashes. Just to be sure, let me paste one of them by using hash ID. And it's telling me either MD2, MD5, and so on. So I'm going to paste them. Them, and then hashes.md5. Paste them in here. Oops. I forgot how to actually select. Yeah, that was what I was searching for. And go to the last. So I'm pressing Ctrl V, and then the delete. You can press Shift 4 and Shift 6 to go to the beginning and the end. Then and MD5, so -m0, and I'm gonna run the hashcat, and we saw wonderful one for this hash. I forgot to add the usernames, so I'm going to go up, and it's for admin. So admin, wonderful one. NXC winrm ib-u admin-b wonderful one, and it's wrong. So that's why I think it's gonna be in here. Excuse me. It's still wrong. Let's get back to the website. Let's see about us. We see here a mail, so probably I missed that. And wonderful one. Excuse me. I almost always have typos. And I still somehow not able to make it through. I mean, that's strange. So it didn't work on the Cacti, and it didn't work on the NXC. Do we have SSH? I actually forgot the machine. We have WinRM. With WinRM, you usually... I mean, we are almost... Like, definitely we are not going to sign as administrator and get the root flag, or maybe through Nginx. I don't know, let's try. Nah, maybe if we specify as a local machine, not as the DC, by including the monitors, the English word of monitors for, still no. Where did I use that? So we tried, here I see the login in here. Okay, so admin, and we are signed in. Thanks God. So, tasks. Let's try by priority. Nothing interesting. Invoices. I'll try to search for admin or a password or SSH. Nothing. Users. We see admin. Do we see the password or anything similar? Still not. Customers. Changelog. We see an ABI. Docker desktop 4442. I would search for that and immediately search for word exploit. Actually, let me do it on host machine. We see a certain CVE. We're gonna leave that for later. What we see as well, there was a SQL injection. We still see nothing. Go to generate API. Maybe there is an injection in here. I tried some type of injections. There was nothing in here. So where do we go later? We almost extremely sure that we need to sign in here. In that case, let me go to the JQ, my friend, my lovely friend, and see. We see the admin. We see the email. We definitely saw the password, role, super user. Let's see, do we have other super user? No, only him. Actually, we see his name. Let's try with his name as the password, Marcus. Let's try the admin Marcos and the password wonderful1. Let's try remove the at and wonderful1, and voila, we are signed in. So we saw the cactus vulnerability. We need to go to this graph templates. Here are the graph templates. We need the graph view, I believe. I mean, I don't really like spend much time just for a certain CMS that you won't pretty see IRL or on real engagements. So that's why I will not go into details. But the vulnerability is, I believe we need to edit something. And something was vulnerable, the right access label, I believe. Right access label, yep. So in the right access label, we would inject our code. So let me try this. Let me fire Ligolo up, I mean Penelope, and we need the burp as well. Is burp listening? Yeah, he is listening. So we can try and save, and this is the full right. Are we in the right one? Yeah, we are in the right one. I'm going to send that to repeater, and in this way we need to edit the right access label to inject our payload. So we start by xxx. You can type anything in here. Then dot a0. What was it? ASCII table. Maybe with 0a. So it's a new line. We make a new line, then we create our RRD database. Then here temporary stuff, then a PHP file, and then our PHP code. I wrote our code and I'm just going to copy paste it in the right access label. Going to copy paste this, and actually let me see, just like this with 0a, with 0a. We can leave that capital or small, it doesn't matter. We are just appending request 0. So whenever we try to reach request CMD and the ref PHP through curl, then we can get a reverse shell. I'm going to send this, follow redirection, and then update this. After many tries, I figured out that we need to update this. Then we can type our curl. What we do in here is we are curling the ref PHP, then including our reverse shell with our IB to get our IB. Using this command is gonna clipboard that, and we are connecting back to 445. Did we run our 445? Yeah, we did. I'm running this, and we get a shell. So now we are here. We can now use len enum next generation. You can see that as well. I'm going to copy paste it into here. First of all, actually, let me see. Do we have anything interesting in here? CMD-PHP. What inside CMD-PHP? Can we maybe escalate our privileges? I don't think so. Actually, cat etc password grep, I believe dash I, then sh. We see Marcos and we see root. Let's see home. Can we get into Marcus? Actually, ID. we are data. Do we have anything we need in here? Let me take a quick look. I don't think so. We can get back var HTML. It's home HTML. We have the user flag. I'm going to paste that in here. We were using this, and I'm going to vi len enum next generation .sh. Vi is not installed. I forgot all the tools to edit. How do we edit files on Linux without vi? Holy shit! I'm gonna skip this. Or actually, after a small search, I'm gonna use nano len enum noise generation. Holy moly! Do we have echo even? I mean, we have echo. We can paste the code, echo that in there, and then run that. Okay. So by echo, I'm going to copy that. Then, I mean by cat, then len enum next generation .sh. Keep writing until the end of file. Then I'm going to paste the code in here. Did it paste it completely? I don't really know. Then add all file. Permission denied. So let's cd into temp. Oh wow. Again, cat len enum next generation .sh. End of file. Paste that into here. End of file. Cat len enum. So everything in here. chmod plus x. Len enum. Then run please len enum. Next generation. So we see a kernel exploit, copy fail. Didn't they close that? Actually, we can try that. Or you can try that on your own. Download the tool and then run that. I don't want to use the unintended path. Actually, we don't see anything. Are we in container? Yes, we are in a Docker container. Thanks for the info. Let me get up. Actually, len enum next generation.sh, and that's how we get up extremely fast. So let's see the users. Maybe we need to switch to Marcus before switching to root. Not present or password. We can try using the checking the SUID GID, but there is almost none. We are on a fresh Docker container. We see network information. We see an internal one, 127.18.03. That seems interesting. Actually, we can try and check that. Let's keep that in mind for now. Routing table, ARP. So we received the ARP 0102, the host file. We see here the 03. Here are the web directories, the HTML that we were in. Sites enabled, we saw MonitorsFour and Cacti MonitorsFour. Actually, we can try and check the logs if we see something interesting. We can write in var. We see some password hunting. Nothing interesting. Okay, so I paused mistakenly. So I was trying to look for stuff, then enum ng to get to the top. And I was checking, we can check the copy fail, but that the unintended path, I don't want to exploit by that. There are a lot of stuff to check. We found this IB and the etc host and in the RB or the ARB, and here we see the Cacti MonitorsFour and the MonitorsFour, and that's it. There is nothing interesting anymore. We can try and reach this. I tried Bing, but it's not found, so I would try with echo. Dev TCP, then 172.18.03. Maybe 4444, or at least 3306, since we had MariaDB with the environment. If we had errors, move them to dev null. Otherwise, tell us port is open, connection refused. Still connection refused. We can try and check with the env. Do we have MySQL? I mean, at least we have it. MySQL -u monitors DB user -b. It should be stick to it. MonitorsFour. I mean this. Okay. -h localhost. Is it how I connect? Strikoder again. I'm going to my notes. Open ports 3306, MySQL, and here how we connect -h for the Docker, get etc hosts, Maybe let's try the 172.18.03 dash P3306. Is it like this? We need a space in here. Still we cannot connect. Where do we go from here? Let's see. var dub html cacti. We have a lot of stuff. Let's see them. I have the include. Let's switch to cat and try the config. Is it the same password? I mean here. F37 ends with R. This is a different password. Let's try the host as MariaDB. And we are connected. Let's try the next password. Access denied. So this is the MariaDB. We just needed to enter the host name. Actually, we can get that, I believe, by getnet. Hosts is not found. Get ent. Hosts. Yeah, by get ent, I mean. So probably this is the MariaDB one. Nah, actually. Holy moly. Okay, I'm going to get that into my notes. And let's check procnet arb. We see the 0102. Let's see the etcresolve.conf. And we see a hint. We have here a server. Let's now try to check by echoing. Actually, oh man, we don't have ing. So we can either again try that, Ligolo, and then reach through tunneling, or we can try maybe run a for port in 1000, oops, till 3000, do echo dev TCP, then 192.168.65.7, errors to dev null, and echo port the port that in here is open. I believe we need done. Let's run. Nah, the syntax is wrong. I believe I need semicolon in here. I need to specify the port. Still wrong. 4 port in from 1000 to 3000 to echo dev TCP the IB that we have on the... Okay, I missed the large sign. To me, Bash is harder than assembly and Lisp altogether. Holy moly. And we see port 2375. We can search in my old notes. It's not in here, but it's in the premium notes. If you want to reach them, you can get into Strikoder again. What I'm clicking. Go into here, then on the coffee, make sure to get the pentester to support as a pentester. Then you get the nodes and you have the port 2375, or by the hint that we got on the website about Docker. It shows us that we have a specific type of CVE. I'm going to close all of these. This CVE that we actually gonna use to exploit or to escalate our privileges. How we do that? We can either get a script online or we curl. And do we have export? We have. We don't have the IB on the environment, right? No, we don't. So let's get the IB, because I hate every time to write the IB. Export IB is equal to this, then curl IB 2375 page not found. That's actually in my notes. Whenever you have page not found, then this is a Docker. You write info and you have almost all the info in here. But instead of info, we're gonna search for images. Again, not found, because they are under images JSON. We can again take them, and thanks to Ibzek, he taught me through his videos how to use JQ. So then infos.json JQ to remove the square brackets, infos.json. We can try and see image. Do you have the image? The ID, project, the media type. We have Alpine latest. VND. We see Engine X in here. So either the Nginx PHP latest or the Alpine latest. We can go with the MariaDB latest. I mean, we can go with the Docker one, with the Nginx one. So in order to do that, we need to curl that. I have that ready, or not type that word by word. So we are, the content type is application JSON. We are specifying the image. We are saving that into JSON, and then we need to cat that file. And this is the image ID. I'm going to take it, then curling with the nothing in here, HTTP. Actually, let me copy paste that again. It's faster. So we have the containers, the ID that we had, then start, and we should become admin, or should we? Actually, I forgot to change our IV in here. Let's set it to 4444 and get our IV. Then cat. Get the new ID of that image. Holy moly. Let me then delete this entirely. And we got a shell. Pressing F12 since it's a Linux. Interact with the 3. And we are root. cd into root. Cat root.txt. Excuse me. ls mnt cd into root. Let's get back. We have host root. Hopefully then under users, administrator, then desktop, cat root.txt. So that was it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please make sure to like, share, leave a comment, and subscribe. And please don't forget to ring the bell. And see you next time.